Are you looking for an affordable yet reputable company to buy your electric skateboard from? In this video, I'm going to be interviewing an awesome electric skateboard company out of the UK. Coming up. What's up, you skaters? It's Neil with Big Kids, and on this channel we talk about DIY tips, vendors, and the electric skateboard community. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to see more videos just like this one. And don't forget to check the show notes below for any links or more notes that I leave in the description. In this video, I'm gonna be interviewing the founder of Slick Revolution, Robert Simpson, and his long-awaited Kickstarter for his Flex Eboard. Let's get into it. So I actually started following Robert on Instagram. Slick Revolution showcases all of their boards and everything on Instagram. So I followed Slick Revolution. I direct messaged Robert, and I knew that I wanted to interview him. And to my surprise, he was super down to earth, and it's great to be with him today. Congratulations, Robert, on your crowdfunding. You guys are at 352%. On your Kickstarter, which is really exciting. And just to kind of start things off, we wanted to get to know you. Like, what is it that got you into electric skateboards?
So I went to university in Shropshire. I went to a small agricultural uni, and fairly soon into my second year I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do, although I knew I wanted to run my own business. And for a while I had my heart set on a microbrewery, and so I was travelling after university and I was in Australia, and I saw someone ride past on what turned out to be an electric skateboard, but I'd not seen one before. I had myself down as quite into my tech and gadgets and that kind of thing, and I'd not seen one, so I thought, well, I did a little bit of research and found out who made them and thought, well, I've never heard of it. Why is that? I think these would sell really well in the UK, and that's what sparked the idea to start selling electric skateboards, basically. So it was that moment in Australia, that chance moment, that I'd seen that board riding past and realised actually there's probably a market for something like this in the UK. So that's where it started, really. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, there's definitely a market for it in the UK. I kind of feel like you guys have kind of filled a gap. Could you kind of describe to me what electric skateboard community or the scene is like out there?
Yes, I think it's a little bit like anything. The UK is always 3 or 4 years behind the US in terms of the latest tech and gadgets, and a lot of stuff and a lot of products emerge out of California. And I think where the UK is at the moment, it's still catching up on the Californian market and the US market, but I don't think we're too far behind. But then again, e-boarding's perfectly shaped for California. You've got beautiful weather, lots more beaches than us, and it's not, and you've got smoother roads, and it's not raining all the time, which is what we find in the UK. So the UK at the moment, it's still picking up on what electric skateboards are. And within, you sort of get trapped in this bubble of the e-boarding community, and you sort of forget that a lot of people don't even know what they are. And so we want people, when they come across them for the first time, for it to be us, basically. So I think, yeah, I think it's behind the US, but I think Europe's certainly catching up to America. But I think, yeah, it's still small. It's got a lot of room for growth. UK and Europe, yeah, definitely, it's a great thing for us, yeah.
A lot of the viewers that are from the UK, they're always kind of asking me for like expertise on where to buy parts and things like that. And to be honest with you, like, I don't have a ton of resources for that, and I don't like have reliable resources that I've actually personally used. So I could just imagine, you know, kind of what it'd be like for someone to see an electric skateboard kind of going down the streets, like, whoa, that's amazing, what is that?
Yeah, exactly. We get quite a lot of people saying, you know, send us an email and say, oh, so glad we came across you. It's nice to see that there's someone based in the UK selling this kind of thing, and people like to buy locally. And I think that's helped our growth. I think because e-boards and a lot of people who buy that kind of thing understand that they don't last forever, just like if you buy a bike or a car, people need that support and they need to know it's fairly local. And so it's just the same as you, for example, if you looked on a website and saw that you were buying it from the UK, no matter how good the reviews were, you know that if something goes wrong, you have to deal with someone on the end of an email and then expensive shipping. So I think people like to see a local company, you know, with next day shipping available for them. So I think that's where we've sort of done so well in the UK, that there's not too many of us in one marketplace at the moment.
Nice, nice. Cool. So you guys have a Kickstarter out, and at this point you're offering, you guys got 4 offerings for electric skateboards. That's the mini e-board, the max e-board, which is a single motor, the dual max e-board, which is a dual motor on, I believe, bamboo, and then the Flex board rough stuff. And that was the one that I kind of wanted to focus on, because that's the one that you guys are featuring in your Kickstarter. With all like the Kickstarters that are out there and all of the electric skateboard companies that are kind of popping up out of nowhere, you know, what are you guys most excited about with your guys' offering?
Yeah, so we didn't want people to be tied to a single design. And so we wanted to introduce the rough stuff wheel, which sort of counteracts that problem in that you've got 110mm as opposed to a normal road wheel, which is about 80mm. So you've got a lot more cushioning. You've got a bigger diameter, which means you'll roll over pebbles and rough terrain more easily. Plus, we've got a flexible deck. We've managed to maintain a flexible deck and have the battery case underneath. So in the way that Boosted keep a flexible deck, they stick all the electronics and bits to the sides and then have the wires running down the middle. We have the battery case spread out along the bottom, and it's all a bolt-on design, so just the same the way that your trucks both bolt onto the deck. Our battery case bolts on, so it means that you're not tied to one single deck design like you are with the dual maxi board. We can introduce new shapes, new designs. We've got the carbon upgrade that's made by Russell at Solo Longboards. We don't want to tie anyone to a single design, so if in the future we introduce a new battery case, we'll make sure that it fits onto our current customers' boards. And also the rough stuff wheel, that also fits onto our current customers' boards. So anybody who has a maxi board or a dual maxi board, this will fit right on there. So we want to look after everyone who's purchased from us before, basically. So the 2 main features of the Flexi are the flexible deck, hence the name Flex Eboard, and the rough stuff wheels, which it gives a really nice ride on non-smooth tarmac, which is pretty much 99% of the UK, really.
Right, right, nice. And so for the noob that's getting into electric skateboards, you know, could you tell us, tell the viewers what they should expect if they buy a board from you guys?
Yes, I'd say it's the same with any business. It doesn't matter what resources you've got or how much money you've got behind you or your facilities, whatever your product is. Offering great customer service is free, and it's fairly easy because it's something that I want to do anyway to, offer a great experience for my customers. So if ever any customers do have problems, we've got a 12-month warranty on all of our boards, and we're more than happy to fix anything. We offer free shipping, so customers can send stuff back to us. More often than not, we can send parts to the customer for them to fit if they do have a problem. But we also want to sort of let customers know that nothing lasts forever. People crash boards, people ride into curbs, stuff breaks, But yeah, it's something that's helped our business grow, is offering that great customer service and upholding our warranty.
And that's good to hear. I mean, that's what people want to hear. A lot of times with these electric skateboard companies, you don't see the face, behind the company itself. So you could have all this great marketing, which you guys do have, but if you don't see the face behind it, it is one of those things that is a kind of, is a drawback to companies. So this is good that we're talking to you, and you gotta get to talk to some of the viewers that if DIY isn't, their cup of tea, then, this might be the next best step for them. And I don't think...
yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, a lot of people and a lot of companies out there are sort of... There's a couple in the UK, I won't mention names, but they're after a quick buck, sell cheap boards, and you sort of never hear from them again, and they move on to the next thing. Well, I want to be present as the face behind the brand. We'll be taking one or two people on towards Christmas. I want them to be on the website. We obviously... Russell makes our carbon boards. He's got an Instagram account, Solo Longboards. He makes all the carbon decks for us. Yeah, we just want to get our name out there and not hide behind a website and a automatic email kind of thing. It wants to be personal, and I want you to be chatting to me rather than some customer service agent that you can't get through, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah.
So one more thing that I was looking at on your Kickstarter page is that you guys had a deck hook. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we included it in the video for our current Kickstarter, but this is an idea of mine that came off the back of... We're doing a photo shoot around London with the boards, and we're carrying them around, and they weigh sort of 6-8 kilos, which after a while under one arm gets quite heavy, so I thought there's got to be a better way to carry them on a board, on a backpack basically. Looked at the options out there. Normally you have to buy a skate rucksack or backpack that's got straps across. There's a company that did them with Velcro, but you had to put Velcro on your deck, so I thought there's got to be a solution that can sort of fit any truck. And trucks are fairly universal. So this is the deck hook, which it clips onto your rucksack. It goes around the straps. You call them backpacks over there, right?
Yeah.
So it clips around the strap on your backpack, and these are cool attachments made by a company called Fidlock. They clip in place magnetically, but then they hold mechanically, so each one can hold up to, I think it's 40 kilos. So those clip around your straps, and then that sits on the back of your backpack, and then the trucks of your board, whether it's reverse kingpin or traditional kingpin, they just sit in that valley, and your board hangs off the back of your backpack. So we're launching this hopefully in sort of mid to the end of August. But yeah, this is another sort of business idea that came out of Slick Revolution really, and the need for an improved, you know, a better way to carry a board basically. So yeah, that's another Kickstarter that we're launching quite soon as well. So hopefully that'll go well. Nice,
nice. So if we could kind of just talk shop real quick, I wanted to get back to the Flex Eboard and ask you the question that everybody wants to ask is, what is your guys' take on outrunner motors versus hub motors? I believe you guys have outrunner motors, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So all of our motors at the moment are belt driven. We've got belt drive or outrunners, so the motor's mounted outside the wheel. And yeah, so if you look at any video online, you will find that belt driven have a lot more torque than hub motors, and that's just a fact. It's just basic principles of physics in that you can gear up that ratio and get a lot more torque. So I think hub motors definitely are the future, and there's plenty of stuff out there with hub motors. You can buy electric scooters that have got incredibly powerful electric motors, but they're sort of that big at the moment. And until they can squeeze one into a wheel that big that's as powerful, I think belt drive will always be a step ahead. Because if you can squeeze one into a hub motor like that and get a gear ratio of 1:1, why not take that out, gear it up 3:1? So until it reaches a point where it's powerful enough to take you up sort of a 30% hill, the steepest hill anyone would want to ride up, I think until electric motors get to that point, then belt drive is the future for now. But as with everything, battery technology is improving, motors are improving, all that kind of thing, plus all the prices coming down, I think belt will sort of fade away in the future, but I think not for a while until motors reach that optimum power that will allow you to get some serious speed and torque from the hub. So that's my thoughts on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I personally have belt-driven motors, outrunners, And I've seen a couple companies, they're far and few between that actually could do hub motors well. Or direct drive, something like that, or some, you know, some derivative of hub motors.
Another issue as well with the hub motor, which we wanted to avoid. The Flex Eboard is all about comfortable ride, and as soon as you say that's the motor, as soon as you put a motor inside a wheel, it only gives you a few millimeters of polyurethane on the outside. So again, that increases the sort of bone shaking experience. You've got a lot less cushioning, if that's something you do. So yeah, that's another reason that we wanted to avoid hub motors for now.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's so close to, you know, the wheel and urethane is so close to the motor. It was something that bothered me. And like, you know, the biggest thing for me is that you're not going to hear the awesome noise from the belt anymore. So if you go hub motor.
Yeah, I like the belt, and I like to see it working mechanically. I mean, hub motors, they do look great. They've literally got a wire going into the battery, and they look fantastic and really sleek. But yeah, until they're a bit more powerful, I think they'll still. I mean, they're perfect for flat riding. You can get to top speed fairly quickly on flat, but as soon as you hit hills, that's where they sort of lag behind a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Nice, man. So I'd like to do this little kind of quick fire questionnaire called the electric round. Are you ready?
I think so.
Nice. All right, and let's go. Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Texting or talking?
Talking.
First celebrity crush?
Dawn Porter. Very.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
Evolve or Boosted?
Ooh, Boosted.
Hub motors or Outrunner motors?
Outrunners for now.
Right. And then last meal before you die?
Ooh, steak.
Nice, nice.
Probably steak.
Probably steak.
Nice. Well, that was fun, man. Hey, you know, thanks a lot. You guys have a lot to offer. You're an awesome guy. You know, like you had mentioned, there's a face behind the company, and a lot of the kids out there that are buying electric skateboards, I guess the most common thing that they're looking for is trust. And like you had mentioned, you guys are trying hard to innovate and bring a good product to the market. Good luck to you guys. Doesn't look like you're gonna need much luck for your Kickstarter at this point, but let's keep in touch, and hopefully we could do another interview in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for reaching out to me. I think it's great what you're doing, getting more people involved in e-boarding and getting the word out there. Because don't forget, a lot of people still haven't heard of an electric skateboard, so it's not only the brands competing, it's letting people know that it is a thing, and the easiest way to do that is riding past them at 25 miles an hour.
Right. So go ahead, check the description below. I've left some links for Slick Revolution that you guys can check out. If you have any questions, leave some comments in the description, and we'll see you guys next time.